Hi, this is Socionics. Today we're going to be talking about something that is very deeply sincere to my heart, which is my relationships with my father. So we thought that it might be interesting for you guys to hear my story because you might relate to it somehow, some of you, and it's really interesting, I think, to talk about it from the Socionics perspective as well.
So your father is logical sensor introvert from second quadrant.
Yeah, I got lucky.
And you're logical intuitive extrovert from third quadrant.
And by happy coincidence, literally almost everyone in my family, my relatives with whom I have like some connection, they're all collectivists, all of them.
Yeah.
From the childhood, I remember that I have a very bright memories, honestly, very bright memories, because my father is a very physical person, and it's not like a super bad thing about him, but yeah, of course, fourth quadrant will say, oh, this is so horrible, this is like so inappropriate. Well, my father was physical with me when I misbehaved, and honestly, I misbehaved a lot. And that's why I got punished like pretty often. But I can honestly say that I think that I deserved it, because sometimes if my son misbehaves like badly, then I might go physical with him as well, because sometimes it happens. And it's not like you hate somebody so much that you just, I don't know. It's just I misbehaved and I was punished, and it was fine with me, but I was still misbehaving, so it didn't really help situation a lot. So this was his way of sort of trying to set up his rules, like for me. So how he wants me to behave, which didn't really work very well for me.
So what he asked you?
I don't know. He just. When I didn't pick up a phone, when I didn't listen to him, just simple. He wanted me to do something, or he just... And
you didn't obey.
I didn't obey what he was saying. I didn't do it in time. I didn't listen to my mother as well. And my mother was crying, and my father is just got, furious when he was seeing my mother crying. Like he just got furious, and I was just punished a lot for that. And that was kind of funny for me as well, because...
Funny? What's funny?
Yeah, because it was just so predictable the way he would react. But moving forward, when I was actually growing up, like when I was in the in school, in middle school, in high school, I know that he was very protective. He was so I remember when somebody was doing some bad things to me, like when they offended me, not offended, they just, made me scared, or boys were doing something, not teasing, not like, this ethical stuff. They were just saying some bad things to me, but they were like throwing things that blow up under my chair. They were doing it actually to many girls.
And he seen it, or
no?
Somebody told him?
No. So they were just throwing, these things that blow up under the girls' chairs. And I just got so scared. I began crying. And when he was picking up me after school, I went into a car all in tears, was so upset.
Now you in tears.
Yeah, everybody you in tears, and he's getting furious, literally. And then he went to school, and I don't know, there was a meeting for parents every week or something. And I've heard that my mother told me that he was so furious. He was screaming on that boys and saying that if he will know who did this, I don't know what he would do with them, but he was
be scared.
Yeah, he just made them really scared. So nothing like that happened to me ever again.
Oh, really?
Ever. Nobody even looked at my, in my direction badly. Yeah, I think
started sensing intimidation.
He just intimidated them so much that they were just scared about doing anything. Yeah. Yeah, and he was very supportive, moving forward, when I was in college, in university, and he was calling people, trying to, all this collectivist stuff. So he was using his connections to find a way for me easier to get into the university. Or, in Ukraine it works like this. You can, with your connections,
there is
you can
a
do
lot
of
of
things.
bribing. A lot.
Yeah, so he knows how to find approach to many people, not because he knows people, but just because he knows how system works and what people expect at this level of position that they have in their job or something. Yeah, so, and when we got married, he wasn't supportive at all. So, when I was alone, he was like super protective over me. When we got married, there was zero support, like in terms of the money and anything. And he wanted us to survive on our own. We
didn't ask.
Yeah, we didn't really ask. And
but he wasn't
he wasn't willing to help. Yeah. Like, take my money.
Like my family either. So we were just on our own.
I remember that my mother was bringing us like some cheese or some milk products that were expensive at that time, and she was bringing them to us like every week. She was getting them on their job or something, and she was bringing us these milk products just to help us somehow. It didn't really help a lot, but
and she was from fourth quadrant.
Yeah, oh yeah. So,
but it's very important to point out that he was the head of the family, and the decisions were after him.
Well, that's obvious. Like, from second quadrant, it's always want to be ahead of everything, especially in family or any
especially if we're talking about censor, extroverted censor.
Yeah, and so now when we moved to United States, and we kind of having hard time because it's like a new country and everything, and he's like so proud and so like saying everybody that we are like in United States and we're trying to find our place here, basically. And he's so proud because we're, surviving. We are fighting for,
it's not been easy for us. So that's
and he's like so overly supportive, and he's proud that we are sort of, extroverted sense, and it works. And I don't know, just sometimes when I'm talking to him and I just have something I just wanted to share, because he is my father. I wanted to share something with him that just happened, or I wanted to share my opinion, or and I really want to share my opinion, but then I'm thinking, well, damn, I know what he will say. I know but I still want to say, and I'm saying, and I'm getting the reaction that I expected, and I'm like, oh crap, why did I say that? I knew that he will do. I hate Socionics sometimes. Because I just sometimes I want him to react differently. I want him to understand more.
You want him not being the type with different values.
Yeah, I just don't want him to be from second quadrant. I want him to be from third quadrant so he can understand me better. So basically the situation was about the college where I study, and I was pretty critical and about the organization, everything, how things are going, and I decided to share this with him and my thoughts on how it can be better, how you can improve it, and I knew that he would be negative, but he was he wasn't saying it like straight, but just the way he was saying it made me feel like I am not allowed to say these things about the college where I study, because I am not in a position where I am allowed to criticize. And my critique doesn't really matter because I'm just a student. So why would I criticize? I don't have a permission to criticize, or it doesn't make sense to criticize because I'm nobody.
Authority.
I don't have any authority. I am nobody. This is another word that he likes to use, that you are nobody there. So in this, relationships with my father, you might, first quadrant might think of, well, if he would try to understand you, he would understand you. If he would put more effort, he could change his attitude, he could do the, but I don't care. But I know that his natural reaction is what he's usually saying, And he might say some different things just to make me feel better. But I know what he really thinks. So he does not change his... there is so interesting phrase about from Fourth Quadrant that I hear from them is they're saying, well, you can change yourself in whatever way you want, but you still remain who you are. This is like so interesting. So you're changing yourself whatever you want, but you still remain who you are.
Okay, so
my father can change himself wherever he wants. Well, he don't really want to change himself at all. But he might try to change, but he will still remain who he is. You cannot change who person is and how he or she sees the world.
But I must admit that, and as you said, that you have some level of understanding, because 2 of the 4 values are the same, which is extroverted sensing and introverted intuition. And as you pointed out when you talk on these aspects, that you can find understanding.
It feels like the only actually topics that we have like a very good, we resonate very well together is extroverted sensing, everything that is about surviving in the modern world, everything about, fighting for your place, everything about, pushing and, no comfort, only pushing and, all this stuff. And introverted intuition, like also future. So also my father wanted me to get a formal education a lot, like very much. It was his dream, basically. He was saying to me that it is his dream for me to get a formal education. I didn't really care about will I have a diploma in university or college or whatever.
Yeah,
he really wanted to, and he was willing to pay his money. And even though it's pretty expensive, like United States standards of like the cost for education.
It's like crazy to compare it to Ukraine.
Yeah, but he's still willing to invest. He's willing to give the money for me to get this diploma so he can tell his friends and his like co-workers and everybody who he knows that, his daughter got a diploma from the United States. And he would be like
your social status is gonna raise.
Yes, and
this is
and
like this formal things.
His
like
social status was raised as well because I'm his daughter, so he wants his social status to raise as well.
Yeah, which is a collectivist approach. When if you would be an individualistic family, you probably would be, allowed to do whatever you want to do. It doesn't matter if you're gonna get education or if you're not gonna get education.
Yeah, it just a matter what you do.
Just do what you enjoy and sustain yourself.
Yes, it's just what do you do with your life.
But with collectivists, for them it's important
to follow social standards.
Yep.
So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Let us know what do you think and see you in the next videos. If you want to watch more, click the video on the left or on the right.
And to subscribe, click the circular channel icon. Thank you for watching.